As of today, April 3rd, 2026, I received word 5 hours ago that I was just fired from my job. For the first 10 minutes of that conversation, and when I went to my car, I cried a lot. And I went to my parents' house and I called my wife right after. Afterwards, though, I've actually never felt more confident about the future. And that is because I want to actually go all in on YouTube. And in the next few minutes, I wanted to dive into what my thoughts are about how I'm feeling, but also my vision for the future that I actually feel confident in. And the reason why I do is mainly because of the fact that I've never actually felt more confident in where I'm going with YouTube because I was already working on it, even despite working a 40-hour job, at least a few hours a week, but also especially on the weekend. And that is because I have a mentor who's guiding me and a mission that drives me and a core reason as to why I'm making YouTube videos. Especially before I got a job and I was unemployed or when I was in college, I was had so much time in the world that I never felt the pressure or the responsibility to make YouTube videos, to try to make it a living income and to just try to make my dream a reality because I was comfortable. And needless to say, I am definitely in the least comfortable position I've ever been. I am still going to be looking for work because I can't just rely on YouTube to be my all in thing, but you can only apply for jobs for so many hours in a day before you find something else to do. And for me, this is a something else to do. For a long time, I felt like I was shackled by my job. I didn't want to be fired. I wanted to maybe take like a 3 week break to focus on YouTube. But the thing is that when you have a 40-hour job, you don't just work 40 hours. You spend the hours it takes to get ready, to mentally to wake up earlier than you feel like you should be, to get ready, to make your food throughout the week, to come back home, to get undressed, to eat, to unwind from work, and then you can try to begin some creatively fulfilling process. And that's where I laid for a long time. But now that I'm out of it, I feel so excited because when I used to make YouTube videos, and back when I was in college, I had no purpose. I had no drive with YouTube. And specifically, the kind of videos I made was just whatever I wanted it to be. I wanted to experiment. I wanted to find out who Chris really was. But I still didn't really have anything strong to say. I wanted to make video essays. I wanted to make funny reaction videos. But now, with my main channel, Chris Ma, I want to make videos about hope. Right now, it may center a lot around American politics, and unlike a lot of YouTubers, which might pigeonhole themselves into a specific kind of content around a topic rather than a message or a person, what I want to do is actually build a message around hope. The fact that no matter what, when you come to my channel, you're going to feel like I feel better about the world. And I also learned something along the way. When you think about your Hank Greens, for example, someone who just makes videos, whatever they want, and you'll watch them no matter what, they got to that point because they delivered so much value to begin with, and you start to trust them. And I want to use the goodwill that I will try to cultivate in the next few months to really use the influence I have to make a change in my local politics and also just in my community to combat the sense of dread and cynicism that all my friends and family feel about the Epstein files, about the war in Iran that's going on right now, because we think that we can do nothing about it. But we can. And that's what my videos are going to dive deep into. And I really feel so strongly powerful about this message. I've never had anything else resonate more with me my entire life than to advocate for this message because it's also a gap in the market. When I think about things from a YouTube perspective, I think about the fact that there's so many YouTube video essays about how Gen Z is doomed, the loneliness epidemic, the housing market, why everything is going to be financialized because of gambling, prediction markets, all that stuff. Ultimately, all of that stuff is very good and informational for me when it appears on my YouTube feed or my Instagram feed about what's going on in politics in the world. But it just stops there. It's just information. It's just stuff that you left to your own devices just make the conclusion this is all worthless. So what? We're actually fucked? The rich and powerful are going to say rich and powerful? But that's not true. And we need more people advocating for this positive message. And that's where I really want to step in. Not because it just matters to me. And that's the core premise. If I make YouTube videos for the idea that it just matters to me, it's never going to make sense for me financially. But this matters to me. It's a gap in the market. There's a lot of views in this. And fortunately, I want to actually contribute. I know that if a sponsorship comes my way, that I'm not just going to take the first thing I have because of course it'd be nice, but because I have a message. And if this doesn't align with my message, then I'm not going to take it. And that's why, yes, I'm still finding a job and the timeline of 3 to 4 months with expenses, because right now I have $4,000 in my emergency savings and my rent's around $900 and my expenses is around $200. So right now I have 3 months to make it work, but I'm excited. And this channel you're watching this on right now, Chris Ma Reflections, is my idea of driving a more YouTube-oriented audience that actually wants to see someone grow. There's way too many videos out there on the internet where it's like my first month making YouTube and my journeys and how much money I made. And the thing is, not to knock on those people, but that video is so different from the rest of their travel vlogs, video essays, that more people watch those videos because they're YouTube like-minded people, probably the same ones that are watching this video. And this channel, this intention is for you guys to watch my journey as I document it. While I'm here in my closet, honestly frightful sometimes about the idea of whether or not this is going to work, I have to remind myself, perhaps with some delusional sense of confidence I just brought up as a result of getting traumatic news, that I'm going to make this work, that my first channel is to spread a message about hope, make some money off of it, but also really doing what I feel like matters. And this channel is a documentation of my love for YouTube, my love for learning how to improve, to be a better creator, to tell a better story, to try to edit for more attention while still having some sense of authenticity in my videos. I'm really excited and really hopeful about the future. And without this channel and without the next channel, I don't know what else I would be doing with my life. And if my dream one day is to be a cool interviewer, like how YouTube podcasters John Uche or Colin Samir, how they push the YouTube game into a place that feels like it's being legitimized to the point where they can talk to successful creators, I also want to be in that space where people have seen me grow and seen me reflect on it too. Because you'll see someone post video A to video B when they got to 1 billion subscribers, but you don't really get to see the thought process behind it. So the next few videos I'll be posting is going to be my reflections on the videos I upload, what I could improve, what I feel like I did poor on, and whether or not those get views. I know that someone would probably be interested in that just as much as the videos I'm going to be making itself. So the prospects are just as high as it is the risk of failure as it is as well, but I have to take it head on. And for most people, when they experience this inflection point in their lives of being fired or being laid off or something of that sort, that is the moment you have to decide of what you actually want to make with your life. Do you want to coast on and find another cafe job to work maybe $12 an hour and rely on tips and get resentful of the world? Or with the level of comfort I was able to afford myself for the next 3 months, am I going to actually make a stand, make a difference, and make my dreams possible? If I want to interview people one day and be an established figure in the space and also be a well-respected person that can actually influence people to go out there and do real things, then I have to put my money and my time where my mouth is and make this count. So I'm excited to take you guys along for the journey. I set up a buy me a coffee link around 5 minutes ago, right before I filmed this, to see if someone can even lend me a hand. $1, it helps, of course. Just want to say it helps. I'm not ungrateful, but it's more so just a vote of confidence that you believe in me, you believe in my ability to make YouTube work, but you also importantly believe in the message I'm advocating for in my main channel, and that is that hope and change is possible, and that with the reclaimed agency that you have in your life, you can see how much you can make a difference in your own life and how much you can make a difference in your community. So with that being said, thank you guys. I'll see you later, and I'm excited. I just want to make videos that are respectful of your time and really do a good job of telling stories, so there's more to come. Check out my other video that I probably just posted just now after this as well, because I'm going to be posting them at the same time. But yeah.